Zombie virus.
Hey there, Zombie Thrivalists. This is John with the Zombie Prep Network, and today I'm going to talk to you about the zombie virus. Ooh. So, one of the theories about how people may become zombified is through some kind of zombie virus, right? You've seen it in the movies. Resident Evil is a good example of that. If you watch The Walking Dead, you know there's some biological thing involved, okay? So I want to talk more about the reality or the potential for there really to be a zombie virus. So, and what I've done is I've done some research and I've picked a couple of potential candidates or things that represent what a zombie virus might be like. The first one is the baculovirus. Baculovirus is not something that people get, which is really fortunate. This is a virus that infects caterpillars, and it makes them self-destruct. Sounds very zombie-like, right? So the caterpillar who gets baculovirus climbs, their brain gets taken over, and they climb to the top of the tree where the virus releases an enzyme that causes them to explode. Isn't that cool? And then all their little blood and body parts rain down on the branches below, where other caterpillars come and eat the leaves and get more of the baculovirus and do the same thing. And in fact, strains of this are used in pest control in farms and things like that. It only currently infects invertebrates, but it's a good example of a virus that controls behavior in a very specific way, right? So the next one, and this is something that has real potential because this is something that does affect humans, and that is rabies. Okay? Everybody knows kind of what rabies is, right? It's, you know, animals get it, they foam at the mouth, they become super aggressive, they have to be killed. If you get bitten, you got to get shots and the whole deal, right? Rabies is a nasty, nasty virus, and the thing with rabies is that there is a 3 to 7 week incubation period, which means you can get bitten and infected. That's on average. In fact, the incubation period for some people has actually been years. When you get rabies, once you show signs of infection, once you start to get the, the craziness, your brain starts to swell, you're done. That's it, you're dead. There's 0% chance of survival and there's no treatment. Fortunately, if you get bitten, there is treatment early on, so I highly recommend that. If you get an animal bite from an animal you don't know has been vaccinated against rabies. Most rabies bites used to happen from dogs, but because of vaccination, widespread vaccination of pets, this is less likely than getting bitten by a bat or a skunk or a fox or something like that. Which sounds crazy because those things don't usually attack people, but remember what rabies does is it makes them hyper-aggressive. Remember that. It makes them hyper-aggressive by affecting the brain. Okay? With people, this hyper-aggression usually doesn't take place, but certainly could. And then the thing to remember about all viruses is that they mutate, and they change their behavior, and they adapt. Okay? Rabies usually occurs from a saliva to blood transfer. In other words, I've got rabies, and I bite you, the rabies in my saliva goes into your blood, and now you're infected. There are cases of people who haven't been bitten contracting rabies, and what they think happened is that saliva was aspirated into the air or expired into the air, and that was breathed in. That's kind of scary if you think about that. It was inhaled. That's very rare. It's only a handful of cases that are known. However, if you come in contact with a rabies-infected animal, even if you're not bitten, you should get checked. And they can do a test. They can take some skin from the back of your neck and test you for rabies. With animals, the way they test them is they have to kill them, unfortunately, and take a sample of the brain tissue. And that is the most dependable way to do that. And then if you're in question, at all, definitely seek medical professionals. So we think this is a rabies-like virus, or something like a baculovirus that is designed all of a sudden to attack humans, making them self-destructive, or rabies.